Hey, I didn't notice I put these in earlier. But yeah, I've just been packing, just getting ready to go to London for a couple of days just to see family. And I've been really, really quiet. Like, I haven't said anything apart from being on the trying to get through to Laura, because apparently I think what's happening is that the reason why everyone's so quiet is so that I'm not supposed to leave the flat or the village until mental health have been over here. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get through to Laura now. It's not the sectioning that bothers me, because the thing is, I'm the one that said I wanted to be sectioned. I wanted to get away from the family because basically threatening to beat the mother's ass didn't work. You know, me having a breakdown didn't work. In fact, it actually seemed to make the kid like jubilant with joy. You know, basically like glitter was exploding inside of them at the sound of my misery. So like, nothing worked. So I just thought, sectioning, like, just get me out of here, like, please. So it's not the sectioning that bothers me. It's why it's being done that I'm concerned with. Because either way, you'll know I'm suicidal if I'm literally willing to section myself into hospital, because you know what those drugs do, especially the stronger antipsychotics. You know what they do to the body. You know what they do to people's systems. You know they shorten people's lifespans, and you know them hospitals like to overdose people. Okay, just to be on the safe side, or to teach them a lesson, right? So you know what those people do to people in those hospitals, like give them chemical lobotomies and shit, right? So for me to literally be willing to section myself to get away from these people, that means I'd rather die than live with them. So it's not the sectioning that bothers me, it's like the turnaround. What happened in the space between last Sunday and now that suddenly made the sectioning a possibility? How did we go from people not wanting to section me, no matter how hard I cry, no matter how hard I scream because the neighbors heard me, no matter how stressed out I get? How did we go from me not needing sectioning, no matter how desperate I actually am to get the fuck up out of here, to 3 doctors having to come over and one of them having to convince me repeatedly to be hospitalized at a specific time when I'm actually doing what the mental health advised me to do and distracting myself with Die Hard? I do wonder what the connection is there. But then again, I already know that the neighbours reported me. So that's what I'm saying. I want Laura Ling's explanation as to what the turnaround was. Because I was doing everything that the mental health advised me to do. These people still carried on, so I vented online. Everybody knows that I vent online. Everybody knows that I say some wild shit online. The police are literally watching this right now. So everybody knows, okay? So what was the difference between then and now that had everybody's panties in a bunch? And especially when you consider in that video where I roasted the hell out of that family, that I actually didn't threaten them. What I did say was, if you really believe in the things that come out of your mouth, then don't just say them, demonstrate them. I'm the type of person, I'm a very sensitive person, right? So if and when I can possibly help it, I try not to. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't always succeed. But what I try not to do is I try not to hurt anybody's feelings unless I'm absolutely sure that they deserve it, which means that people have to do a lot to get me to start cussing them. They have to do a lot. They have to do even more to have me just not want anything to do with them. Because I'm not naturally, I'm not afraid to fight, but I'm not naturally an aggressive person. I'm a defensive person. I'm actually very passive. So it takes a lot for people to kind of get me riled to this extent. So you can only imagine what's been going on in the past month to make me like that. But somebody told mental health that I was violent. That's the difference. The neighbor upstairs told them that I was violent. And when I made that video roasting the hell out of that family and telling them that they're an advertisement for sterilization, which they absolutely are, okay? When I said all that, I said what I had actually done on Sunday. I didn't lie though. I told mental health that I had threatened these people, not these people, but the mother, 3 times. I told the police officers that I threatened these people violently. They came over, banged on a door because I banged on somebody else's door, only to find out that I'd actually threatened these people. So I told the police, I told mental health, I didn't lie. I did not lie at all. And when it came to mental health, I had tears streaming down my face. I said, look, I've threatened these people 3 times. Get me the fuck up out of here so I don't have to be around them anymore. Like I said, if I section myself, that's me being suicidal. That's me. I'd rather get a chemical lobotomy and have my lifespan shortened than deal with this fucking family. You know, that's how you know how bad, that's how vile this family is. Like I'd literally rather fucking die and get a chemical lobotomy than hang around them. I ain't even lied. So I didn't even lie. And after all of that, when the mental health professionals came over, they said, like, nah, we're not taking you in. So what's changed? That's why Laura Ling hasn't gotten back to me yet. That's why she hasn't spoken to me. Because she knows it was the people harassing me who made the call. And I don't know if you're hearing from upstairs, they're celebrating. They're celebrating because they won, you see. They're celebrating because they won. But this is the thing. That's why I'm trying to get through to mental health because, yeah, when it gets to a point where you're using my distress for your own advantage, that's when it stops being about helping me and it starts being about silencing me in case anything else comes out. Because you know that family, like vile as they are, and they are fucking vile because this has been like, they've only been here a month and we're already here. So yeah, they're fucking vile. But this is about more than that family. It's about more than them. That's what I'm trying to say. If it was just them, they would have been out by now. White or black. There is no fucking way. And you have to remember, right? Brighton and Crawley have really, really bad hate crime, have a really bad hate crime ratio because they tend to be the most diverse, right? So they've got really bad hate crime in Brighton and Crawley. And the police, you have no idea how hard the police want to stamp out hate crime over here. You have no idea. So you mean to tell me a white family committing hate crime, nigger this, nigger that, black cunt this, black cunt that, we won? You mean to tell me that family ain't been ejected by now? Nah. What's going on? Because if it was anything to do with this family right here, if this family was where it ended, then they would have been out. There is no way. There is no way. That proves that everything that I was saying was real. And check this out. Triangular marks from where the weapons hit my face. I've been picking at that. But if you look closely, you can see triangular marks from where the weapons are actually hit my face. Right there. Those triangular marks, there was one TI who had an autopsy a few years ago after they died of a heart attack. And when there was an autopsy on their heart, triangular marks similar to this were found all over the person's heart. I've talked about this before on my videos, right? But triangle marks similar to this were found all over the gentleman's heart when they opened him up. That's directed energy weaponry. Why do you think they get upset? Again, they always get the most vile, obsessed people to try and get a rise out of me. They do it for a reason. They do it for a reason. All of this is for a reason. It's to make sure that energetically one can get a lock on me. I'm more easily detectable. If I'm fucking heated, and you have to remember, anger is low frequency. When you're in anger, when you're in fear, it's lower frequency, so you become more dense, you become more heated and more dense, which means you're more easily detectable. Why do you think they try to keep people like us angry all the time? It's because when you keep us angry all the time, it doesn't just speed up the effectiveness of the weaponry, it makes us more easily detectable. Anybody who knows about frequency knows that when you get more angry and when you get more, your frequency comes down, you become denser and you become more heated, right? Everybody knows that. Anybody who knows frequency knows how that works. So this is a lot bigger than some scumbag family like fucking out of a low rent soap opera. This is bigger than a fucking low rent version of Shameless. Like, it's way bigger than that. It's way bigger than that. Way bigger. Because if it wasn't, why are you trying to make sure I don't leave to spend Christmas with my family before you get the section in order? Like, stop it. Stop it. You're trying to make sure I don't leave the village for Christmas with my family. So you're in fear that this situation is escalating. So in order to combat that, you want me to stay in a situation where that stupid fucking kid is still screaming? You want me to stay in that situation where this fucking idiot bastard is still screaming her fucking lungs out? You want me to stay in this situation where these adults cannot control their bastard child? You want me to stay in this situation? Let that situation escalate so that the situation doesn't escalate. How does that make sense? How does that make sense? How does it make sense to keep me here, have the situation escalate so that you can step in and make sure the situation doesn't... Do you understand what I'm saying? The situation is less likely to escalate if I can get a break from here, go and see my family. The family can enjoy their Christmas. They can enjoy their Christmas without the scary big black lady or the scary big black cunt bothering them, okay? They can enjoy their Christmas without me being here. I can enjoy my Christmas in London with people who are not averse to black skin. We can both have a good time. We can both relax. We can both enjoy ourselves, refresh ourselves. And then hopefully when I get back, everybody's on their best behavior, myself included. The people wanted me out of the flat. I'm getting out of the flat. I've been preparing for this. I'm getting out of the flat for a couple of days. I've been preparing for it. And now you want to veto that? Stupid. I'm one of those people, I need time before I can go out somewhere, because it's not just this family that I have to deal with. There's a reason why I'm staying here rather than going out. This family are not the only perps out there. They've got informal collaborators on foot everywhere I go, on foot in the car, shouting abuse at me, gaslighting me. They're not the only ones. That's what I'm trying to say. That why do you think I'm jamming here in spite of them fuckers going off? That's what I'm saying. This is the thing. They're not the only ones I have to deal with. If it that, like, again, nobody's using common sense. If it's a community stalking initiative and you've got controllers in one tier, handlers in another tier, and informal collaborators in another tier in terms of the gang stalking hierarchy, then what makes you think none of them gang stalkers are going to be on road? Just again, people don't do what I ask them to do. I communicate something directly. I want to leave. I don't want to be around this family anymore. It would be different if I said I want them to leave. I could have easily gone downstairs, spoken to the neighbours, actually acknowledged them and said, look, how do you feel about this family living here? Are you okay with this family living here? Because they've been targeting me for a long, long time. They've been saying awful things. They've been doing awful things. I could have easily gone to the other neighbours and said, look, we've got to get these people out of here. But no, I wanted to leave. I could have easily reported that whole family to mental health a long time ago because they've only been here a month. They don't know me and they're already doing this. I could have reported all of them a long time ago, especially the little girl. I could have reported all of them to mental health because they're all fucking crazy. You mean to tell me you're a racist piece of shit and you're not deluded? You're fucking crazy. I could have reported them a long time ago. I chose not to. I got myself sectioned. I said, nah, I'd rather fucking die than live with these people. I did. And it ain't me playing the hero. That's me saying, you know what? This ain't working for me. I got to bounce. This ain't working for me. I got to bounce. On some real shit, that's why I'm not angry with these people reporting me. Because I get away from them. And once I'm in that mental health hospital, because of my razor sharp intelligence and shit like that, I can make friends very fucking easily in hospital. Trust me. I can make friends in hospital very fucking easily. And how many of them do you think trust the mental health profession? How many of them do you think trust the mental health system? I guarantee you at least one of them's been fucking overdosed by a mile. I guarantee you that one of them people has been overdosed by a mile. I can make friends very fucking easily in hospital. That family did me a fucking favour. The only reason I'm angry is because of the dishonesty about it. You mean to tell me I threatened to kick your ass? You don't call mental health then? What? 3 times. 3 times, and the only time when you call mental health is when I call all of your family out for being the diseased twerps that they actually are. That is the only time you call mental health to get revenge. If you really cared about protecting your family, why didn't you call mental health when I knocked on the door 3 times? Why call the police? Why not call mental health? You've been in the mental health system, so why the fuck would you not know this? It's one thing to be vicious, but it's another thing to be a fucking idiot on top of that. Fucking hell. Fucking hell, man. Like, seriously, how thick can you get? Scum. That's what they are. They're stupid, they're evil, and they're like scum. Pond scum. It's got nothing to do with their... I know I made shameless jokes and soap opera jokes, but this ain't got nothing to do with their class. Being poor and mentally ill doesn't give you an excuse to act like a fuckhead. So you call mental health for revenge and nothing more than revenge. I would have been a lot angrier if I didn't think that sacrificing myself in some way for targeted individuals wasn't a good thing to do. I would have been a lot angrier, but I'm not angry with them for doing that. Because A, I get it. B, you got to make a sacrifice for the cause anyway. Yeah, so all this machination is like to make the situation worse, and you're claiming you're trying to de-escalate it. I don't understand. And then on top of that, why do the perps keep saying the same thing about giving in to me? If people really gave in to me, they'd stop taunting me. They'd leave me alone. Giving in to me doesn't mean that you tried to hospitalize me for chatting shit about your family that you deserve anyway. No, that is not giving in to me. Giving in to me is leaving me alone so that I don't have to do all this. That's giving in to me. Nobody's giving in to me. Nobody's not I'm sick of people trying to frame themselves as a victim over a war that they fucking started. Because I'm one of those people, don't fight with me unless you want a war. I don't play that shit. I don't play that shit. I don't play that shit. Yeah, they're all on camera. Like, they don't even care anymore because they know people are, and they know the police are seeing it as well. That's what I'm saying, they're dumb as rocks. Like I said, sectioning, I'm not mad about. I'd rather die than live with these people. I'd rather be fucking chemically lobotomized than live with these people, and it's only been a month. So that doesn't bother me. What bothers me is how this came about. Anyway, I love you guys. Take care. I'm going to try mental health again. Probably in about 15 minutes. Or maybe at 3 o'clock. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to try them again soon. And see where I am with that. Alright, you guys take care. I love you. Bye, my fellow TIs. Bye-bye.